Now please see, we were doing this question. So the amount which was outstanding last year was 4,500. This is clear from the question. So it will go to the last year balance sheet. As at 31st March 2020. And this will be as at 31st March 2019. And this balance sheet will be for the current year as at 31st March 2020. So this was outstanding subscription of last year, outstanding subscription and it is 4,500. 4,500. Now, so this adjustment has been done. Second is received for the next year. So whatever is received for next year, that is current year liability, advance subscription. And the amount is 8,000. Then outstanding subscription for current year, outstanding subscription. Now there are two amounts outstanding for the year 1920. The amount outstanding is 14,000. For the year 2018-19, the amount outstanding is 500. So the total amount outstanding will be 14,500. So this way you will be presenting all the informations in your financial statements. I hope these all points are clear. Chat box is open now. So if you have any query regarding this question, you can ask first. Then I will proceed to the next question. Okay, now see this question. From the following extract of the receipt and payment account and the additional information, you are required to calculate income from subscription for the year ended 31st March 2020. So the current year will be 31st March 2020 and show it in the final accounts of the youth club. So see, now this information is given in the receipt and payment account, same type of information. For the last year, you have received 18,000. For the current year, you have received 1 lakh. And for the next year, you have received 25,000. Now additional information is given here. Subscription outstanding as at, as on or as at are the same things. So you have to focus on these words. 31st March 20,000. Then this is also written as at 31st March 2020, rupees 30,000. And you have received subscription in advance in the last year, rupees 20,000. So you have to show it in income and expenditure account and the balance sheet. So first here I will be writing by subscription and the amount received, I will write it here. Amount received is 1,43,000. Then I will subtract received for 2018-19. It is 18,000 we have received. You can see in the question. And if I will be deducting it, I will get 1,25,000. 1,25,000, yes, 1,25,000. Now again it will be we have received an advance 25,000 also. So minus received for 2020-21, 25,000. So you will see that we have reached to the 1 lakh amount only. Now we have received some amount as advance. Last year also, for the current year, received in 2018-19. $20,000. This will be added here. And we have to add the current year outstanding also. We will add them simultaneously. Due for, my word is here, you have to focus on the words. Now I am calculating the current year outstanding. Due for 2019-20. Now what is the amount due for outstanding 19-20 on the basis of these informations? Can you tell me? It is saying outstanding as at 31st March 30,000. Is it the current year outstanding? Is the total amount 30,000 is the current year outstanding amount? Now what is the process of finding the current year outstanding amount again? You are not following the procedure properly. First identify the last year outstanding amount. What is the amount last year outstanding? $20,000. Out of that, less received for last year. How much you have received for last year? 18,000. This we have received for last year. So what is not received? Still 2,000 is outstanding. $2,000 is still outstanding. Now the total outstanding given on total outstanding as on March 31st, 2020 is equal to rupees 30,000. As I told you earlier also that either the word should be here for. If the words are here for 31st March 2020, then it will be current year outstanding. Otherwise, it may include sometime last year outstanding also. So out of this 30,000, we will deduct 2,000 of the last year, and then we will get current year outstanding. That is 28,000. I hope this is clear now. So here it is 28,000. So I will add here 28,000 only. So this will become 48,000. Sorry, I have to add these two amounts. So it will become 1,20,000 plus 28, 1,48,000. This will be the current year subscription income. Now again we will be preparing two balance sheets. One is as at 31st March 2019, or you can say 2020 for the current year, and one will be as at 31st March 2019. So here I will be writing outstanding subscription, and in the current year 2-year amounts are outstanding. For 2019-20, the amount outstanding is 28,000, and for last year, means 2018-19, the amount outstanding is 2,000. And that's why it will become 30,000. Now here outstanding subscription will be 20,000. Last year outstanding subscription was 20,000. Now coming to advance subscription, last year we have received subscription in advance 20,000. This one. So this will go to the last year balance sheet as advance subscription. $20,000. And here also we have received some advance subscription. It is 25,000. So this way we will be presenting all the outstanding and advance subscription information in the balance sheets, relevant balance sheets for the last year and the current year. Now one more thing is there, subscription written off. What is subscription written off? Sometimes what happen that some of the members have not paid their subscription And now for any reason, maybe they are not members now, or for any other reason they are insolvent, they are not able to pay, they will not be able to pay that outstanding subscription now. So that's why we will write off that income then. And for that, we will be doing this entry, subscription return of account debit to subscription account. So suppose in this question we take that last year rupees 20,000 was the outstanding subscription, and out of that question says that 2,000 rupees will be written off because now it will not be able to recover. It is just like bad debts, but because it is not a profit earning entity, it is not any amount of credit given to anyone. That's why it can't be said technically bad debts. Otherwise, subscription written off is of the nature of bad debts. So out of 20,000, you have received 18,000, and that 2,000 has to be written off because now it cannot be recovered if the question says like this. So it is only for example. So what will be the general entry for that? Subscription return of account debit to subscription account. However, because this amount was earlier outstanding, so the entry should be outstanding subscription here. Subscription return of account debit to outstanding subscription. But because in the beginning of the year we reverse that entry, then the balance of outstanding subscription will become nil automatically. That's why we will do entry in this manner only. And later on, because it is a loss to the organization, that's why it will be transferred as loss to the income and expenditure account. Now in this question, it is asking subscription from the following to determine the amount of subscription that should be credited to income and expenditure account for the year ending 31st March 2020. Subscription received during the current year. For the last year, you have received 20,000. For the current year, you have received rupees 3 lakh. And for the next year, you have received rupees 30,000. Subscription outstanding as at 31st March 2019 was rupees 35,000. Out of which rupees 5,000 was not receivable, hence is to be written off. So 5,000 will not be received now. Out of 35,000, 5,000 you will not be receiving in any manner. Now the balance will be 30,000. Out of this 30,000, you have received 20,000 in the current year. Then subscription received in advance for the year ended 31st March 20 were rupees 20,000 that was received last year as advance. Subscriptions is still outstanding as at 31st March 2020. Now I will tell you one more concept. Please focus on this concept carefully. So now we are making subscription account because till now we have not discussed subscription account in any of the questions, previous questions. You can practice it in the previous question also in the manner I am telling you right now. So first we will be writing here the last year outstanding subscription. And the last year outstanding subscription was how much? You just tell me the amount, I will write that amount here. Balance of last year subscription outstanding. Yes, it is clearly mentioned here 35,000 is the balance of outstanding subscription last year. So we will write here directly 35,000. Okay, what is the amount of subscription received last year as advance? If you feel any doubt at any point of time, you can inform me. But be fast in answering. Subscription received in advance for the last year, means in the last year for the current year. It is clearly saying on that date, subscription received in advance for the year ended 31st March 2020. The amount was 20,000. So we have received in advance 20,000 last year for the current year. Now, total subscription received during the current year is how much? 3,20,000 plus 30,000, 3,50,000. So this 3,50,000 will be written in the bank amount. Then what is the amount of subscription outstanding as at the end of the year? It is not the word for. Be careful here. This word is as at the end of the current year. I am not asking for the current year. The amount of subscription outstanding at the end of the current year. Yes, at the end of the current year is 60,000. At the end of the current year is 60,000. So simply you have to write here 60,000. You don't need to write here current year outstanding as we were doing earlier in the questions when we are doing it in addition and subtraction form. At that time we need current year outstanding. But if we are preparing subscription account, then we don't need for the current year. We need at the end of the current year information. Is this point clear? Okay. Now what is the amount of subscription received in advance? That is 30,000. For the next year you have received 30,000. So here I will be writing 30,000. Now here I will be doing one entry by subscription written off, and 5,000 were written off from the previous year's subscription, which will not be receivable now. Now we will do the totals. This will be 350 plus 6410, 430, 4,35,000. This total will be written here, 4,35,000. And out of this, we will deduct these two amounts. So 435 minus 35, 4 lakh minus 30, it will become 3,70,000. So this will be the current year income of subscription. That will be written in the income and expenditure account. If we are doing it in this manner, in the form of preparing income and expenditure account, then here we will be writing the amount, total amount 3,50,000. I will show you both ways so that now you will be much clear about the concept. Then we will add the current year outstanding subscription. Now current year outstanding subscription will be how much? It is at the end of the current year. So 60,000 minus last year outstanding, still outstanding will be 10,000. Because out of 35,000, 5,000 has been written off. So the balance will be 30,000. Out of this 30,000, we have received 20,000. So obviously 10,000 will be the still outstanding amount. So the current year outstanding will be 50,000. So we will add here 50,000. Then advance subscription received last year was 20,000. That will also be added. So this way, this amount will become 4,20,000. Then subscription outstanding as on 31st March 19 means current last year outstanding. So last year outstanding don't need to be changed. It was 35,000. But we have received only 20,000. Sorry. Subscription outstanding which we have received. That means 20,000 we have received for the last year. So we will be deducting that amount. So you can write it here. Just a minute. Subscription received for 2018-19. That was 20,000. So that will become here 4 lakh. And subscription received in advance in the current year, that is 30,000. So that we will deduct from here. And that's why this income will become 3,70,000. So when I'm doing it in the addition subtraction form, At that time, I need only current year subscription, outstanding subscription. But if I am doing it in account form, then I don't need current year subscription, outstanding subscription. The total amount outstanding at the end of the year, that should be your point here. So this is the difference between these two methods. Students generally get confused between these two in exams. Mention here properly and date 31st March 2020. And if you are preparing balance sheets, now you know how to present these information in the balance sheet. So I hope the total topic of subscription is clear now. There is no confusion. You can practice, many illustrations are there in your book for income and expenditure account. Out of that, you just try to practice the income and expenditure, subscription one only. That whether you are able to calculate the subscription amount properly or not, because this will be the major adjustment in your question. Rest of the question will be very simple nature. You have to just identify the expenses and incomes, and you have to write it at appropriate place. The only technicality will be regarding subscription in the questions. 1-2 more points will be there that we will be doing on Monday. Till then, do proper practice of these topics.